Hi there, Melanie here with Addicted to Planning. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. You might have just watched my previous video in which I went over my 2024 planning system. But for this video, I wanted to talk about my personal planner. I just realized I just went ahead and started filming. I probably should have spent a little bit of time, popping through this and making sure there was nothing personal in here. So, I got this cover back in October. It is a Truly Yours customized planning cover, or yeah, yes, from Bob Kuhen. And I can link that video up above of my unboxing of this. But I started using it in October. It's already got some scratches on it. I am enjoying those. I still condition it, which will minimize the scratches, but it's giving it, I think, a more, what's the right word? I enjoy holding it now that it's conditioned. It's the dry leather I have a problem with. Anyway, so enjoying that. I won't go over too much of the customizations because that is in the other video. I have the Uniball 1. This is the, I think this one's called Cafe or Coffee Color. I can't remember, but I have a .38 refill in here. Love this pen. I loved it when I used the Hobonichi Weeks because I love how it writes on the Tomoe rubber paper. It is really dark, it dries really fast, and it does typically allow you to highlight or Tombow marker over it relatively soon after drying. It doesn't smear as much. So I don't have a charm on this. I did have a charm on this one. As you can see, it was fraying the elastic, which kind of bugged me, but those are replaceable. But I think that bugs me. So I have not put a charm on this one. Plus, too, there's nothing else to grab there, which is nice. It's just the elastic. But on the inside, I have a little folder, or sorry, a little envelope. This is the envelope that comes with essentially the freebies from Sterling Ink. But inside, I've just got some stamps and a couple of return address labels, and I just keep those tucked in here for the odd times that I may need a stamp. So the first insert in here is the Sterling Ink, and this is the passport size monthly. I did get the, I think it's called caramel cover. If you're familiar with Sterling Ink, then you know the paper is white. But if you're not here, and I should probably stand where I'm like. So this is what the layout looks like for the monthly. And this had from December, let's see, December of 2023. Yeah, so there's December 2023, and it goes all the way up to, I think, does it end in December? Let's see. Oh, she gives us January of 2025 as well. And then there's some blank pages at the back. Not many, not many. Let's say maybe 20. I feel like it was 20. 19, yeah, 19 pages. So what I'm going to put in the blank pages at the back have to be year-long specific. So I've been intentional and thoughtful as to what I'm going to include back there, and I'll show you those in a second. But so monthly, if I'm not entirely sure, you know, that it's going to happen, like it could move, I've been using these, I think they're by Midori, but I have some more just stuck on the back here. But some of these little, because they're great. They're, removable. You can write on them with the pen that, you have down there, and they dry, and this way I don't have to feel committed. If something were to change, I won't need whiteout. Things still change and I still need whiteout. It's already happened, but I'm dealing. So January, so that's the monthly pages. Let's go to the blank pages at the back. So I've started with an index. So this, like I said, goes to January of 2025. And the blank pages start. So I've created an index because these are, while there's only 20 of them, they are numbered. So you can see that there, which is nice. So I did this in my digital planner in 2023, which I really enjoyed, which is I just tracked all the movies that we watched. What's funny is that for 2023, I tracked the movies and I wrote it in red. Essentially, if it was a movie that I'd already seen, but I watched again, I mean, that's still time committed, that's still time invested. So I did want to track it that I watched that movie, but if I'd already seen it, it counted, but not as much. So this year, I'll probably do the same thing, but what I've decided to do is, as you can see here, I used a little Tombow to color in the number one because I saw that in a theater. And so maybe that's what I'll do for 2024 is I will still write down all the movies that we watched. I will still write down the ones that were duplicate or that I'd already seen, but maybe I will highlight kind of the number that was seen in a theater. Now, I only got to 75 in 2023, so I only numbered this up to 73, just, see how far I go. But I obviously have another whole column here if I were to need it. The next page I have is notary tracking. I'm a notary, so anytime this year anybody needs something notarized, I'll just have a place to write that. Again, if you watch Lindsey Scribbles' channel, she has this great adulting log. I'm going to link her video below, her channel. Confident everybody that's watching this already watches that, and you're probably already familiar with this. But she has an adulting log, which I thought was brilliant. I've been adult entirely too long, but what's nice is that what she showed me, or what she showed us, is it's nice to have that year-long at a glance. These are the things I need to do, and just quickly know when that's happening or when it should be happening. So the first group I have are health and medical, so things like the dentist's, a mammogram, my physical, so that I've put the number here of when they're scheduled. If there's no number, it means I've not scheduled it yet. But I know roughly, not roughly, but to what month I would need to do that in. So I know those need to happen. And what's nice is you could just obviously go down January and see all the things you need to do in February that you need to do. And I'm sure this is why she's created this list, and it's fabulous. But the bottom section is home, auto, and money. So things like state inspection, property tax bills, oil change on my car, fridge filter, blah, blah. I might do another small one here at the bottom just for the other family members to see when their physicals and dentist appointments are scheduled so that I ensure that the other adults in the family, definitely are taking care of themselves as well. And then there's blank pages because, like I said, if it's not annual specific or something that I need all year, then I can put them in the other notebooks. But if it is, then I want to be able to reference this all year long, which this monthly notebook goes the full year. So I would do that. I do have a piece of blotting paper cut down, corner rounded, whatever, just to slide in here for the times that I will need that. The next, so that's the back of the Sterling ink book, and I want to continue to decorate this. I will say I'm not very good at it. I see people, get an insert, decorate it, and it's just beautiful. Like it's art, and that's not me. So I just, some stickers that I got from packages that I've received. So I'm sure over the year, this, might get more decorated and have more stickers on it. But for now, that's where we're at. That's my ticket to Aquaman. So the first thing in this craft folder is the clear plastic folder, which is a folder and a folder. But I just keep right now the January stickers for Sterling ink. I was keeping all of the Sterling ink ones that I have, and I joined, I'm really late, by the way, really, really late to the Sterling ink bandwagon. So I just started buying her stuff in, I think, October of 2023. I remember seeing them all over social media years and years ago, and I never clicked on it. I don't know why, but anyway, so now I subscribe, and so this is for January. I was keeping all of the subscription box or packages, kits, I don't know, of this size in here, but it got really, really fat, and then too, I was struggling to find things. So I've moved most of them to this little notebook here. So right back there. So you can see there's a ton. So this is, I'm not going to go so far as to say this is a sticker book, but right now it's holding a lot of stickers. But anyway, so that's just in here, so it's nice when I'm planning, I just pull this out, I pull these out, and then it slips back in here really nicely. So the next insert I have is this weekly insert. Now it's housed in this clear plastic sleeve. As you can see, it's plastic. And basically all that is a passport cover. I just ordered them on Amazon. I think it was a pack of 6. And, it's to protect your passport. Well, this is passport size, so it just made total sense to me. So I ordered them, works well. I put a pen loop on the back of that, so that's where that goes. And so this is the weekly insert, which, so as you can see, is in the center of the notebook. I do have jump bands, which I'm not happy about, and I'll probably talk a little bit about that in a second. But so I have the weekly insert in that clear plastic thing in the middle of this craft folder. But it's nice because, like I said, obviously I could put the pen loop there, and it gives me additional stuff. So the weekly, let me see if I can find a blank one for you. It's very similar to Hobonichi, well, I guess not Hobonichi Weeks. It is in that it's, no, because I don't think the Hobonichi Weeks is grid on the weekly side. Anyway, wow. I am digressing all over the place. I apologize. Okay, so this is a weekly layout. You have the all 7 days, include like full weekends, and then you have this section down here where you can write notes. Um, so started using that. I was a little concerned that this wouldn't be enough like room to write, but I was really happy with how this week turned out. So this is the week we just finished. Um, I I thought it was the perfect amount. Originally, I wasn't sure if I was going to split them in half. I did. I erased it, and then when I used it, I was like, oh, I really actually do prefer that than just writing it out here. So I am going to continue that. So weekly insert for all of 2024. And then at the back of the craft folder, I have a couple of the Hobonichi stencils. I have some of the Traveler's Factory. These are the sticky things. So if I was somewhere where I didn't have my tape runner or glue, I could use these if I needed them to, or if I needed to. And then I also have, I believe this is Traveler's Company as well, but it is it's metal. I'm hoping you could see that, but just a stencil for letters. So it's almost like it is Traveler's Factory, Traveler's Company. So that just sits back there like almost like a bookmark. So, and then the last notebook is just that. It is just a regular notebook. And so these on her shop have page numbers, which is nice. I think it goes up to 64. So there's 64 pages in this book, and the book is really thin. Like, look how thin that is. So I could do another index, which I have, and then as the month whatever progresses, I was hoping, kind of like Lindsay, to get a quarterly notebook out of this. We'll see, depending on, I guess, obviously how much I write. And then I bought 3 of them, so I could archive this one, and I can grab another one. Now, what I didn't mention here is this weekly insert actually is the first half of the year, so this only goes till June 30th. Let's see. Yep, June 30th. And so there's a second book, which is in the drawer as well. And there's a couple of blank pages back here, not many, but so you have a few more pages there. So yeah, half a year. So that's why if I want it all year, if I want notes all year long, it's got to go in this first notebook, because at some point, July 1st is the, the point, I will swap this one out for the next one. And I won't want to have to rewrite everything that I did in that monthly notebook. So that's why that's there. The last thing I have in here at the back of this notebook is the pencil board, which I have on here with one of these. I don't know if you're familiar with those. It's a Levenger, and they're called Clippies. Now, I will tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing is like 20 years old. This thing is, I've had these for so long, but they come in 2 sizes. This is the smaller one. I'll see if I can link it below if you want to take a look at what those are, but I like because it's very low profile, right? So it just kind of sits there. But anyway, so that's my personal planner. I wasn't sure, because if you saw the previous video, what I was going to do for my personal Hobonichi weeks or Nolty, whatever, but I've landed on this. I'm gravitating towards this. Here, let me see if I can pull it up. I did download a 2024 digital planner, and I was starting to use this as well. Because there are so many amazing things about digital planning, like being able to zoom, being able to, just highlight, move things around, resize a sticker. There are so many different things that I love about digital planning. But what I've noticed this past week is that I'm only really writing in this. While I have a lot of January set up on here, I was duplicating, and I was okay with that. But I've noticed this whole week, the first part of the week, I was duplicating in here, and towards the back half of the week, I've not picked this up. So maybe that's a good indicator as to, I'll be able to slide away from digital planning for a little bit, because I am enjoying this, even though I can't look at this on my phone. Um, but so that's where I am in the personal planner, and I hope to do another video soon on the journal and maybe even my work bullet journal setup. So thank you so much for watching. I am so glad you've been here to take this time with me. Appreciate it, and I hope you have an awesome day.